Hello, my friends. It's Nick, the ASMR nerd, and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. This is a game that I personally love, and I've actually played it for many years, but I've weirdly never played it here on the channel before. I have played it over on Twitch. I do stream it on Twitch with some frequency. And if you'd like to join us on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/theASMRnerd is where you can find us every Sunday evening Pacific time. Right now, I stream once a week at the moment, although probably more in the not too distant future. But that link is down below in the video description. You can click there and find me on Twitch and join our wonderful community over there, where we do such things as play Euro Truck Simulator 2 on occasion. Today, I'm bringing it here to YouTube for all of you fine folks. I don't know why it's taken me so long to do this, honestly, but I'm really glad to be doing it. So, for those of you who maybe have no idea what this game is about, it's right there in the name, Euro Truck Simulator. The second one. You literally drive big transport trucks all around Europe, and this game actually came out many years ago, like back in 2012, I think, and they have since then added so much to it. They have been adding DLCs regularly since then that has expanded the map of Europe, and as of right now you can drive across a vast amount of the European continent, all the way even over to like Turkey and Istanbul. And it's not a full-size map. It's not to scale, obviously. It is basically like a miniature, shrunk-down scale model of Europe with like the major roads, but it's much compressed. Otherwise, it would take you, literal days to finish your jobs, like real-time days. Instead, it takes maybe an hour or something to finish a job, depending on how far you're driving. And that's what we're going to be doing here today. So, we pick up freight from somewhere in Europe, and we drive it somewhere else, and we make some money along the way. It sounds boring AF, like really boring, but it's actually weirdly compelling. You have to trust me on this one. Part of it comes from the challenge of driving the truck, although when you're driving on the highways it's really pretty straightforward. But some of it also just comes from the beauty of the scenery. It really does feel like going on a European road trip, and over the years they've improved the graphics dramatically. I think it looks really nice these days, especially when it's showing off my truck. This is my baby, my Volvo FH series. I've, as you can see, done up the colors to look like the channel colors. I've got that lovely green that you probably know from the banner and such, and I've tricked it out with all kinds of fun bits and pieces and chrome stuff. There is a whole other kind of like sub-game to this game, which is like buying and collecting trucks and upgrading them, and hiring other drivers as well, buying garages and building your European trucking empire. Sort of becomes a management sim. I've actually done very little of that in all my time playing the game. I mostly just like driving trucks. I like upgrading the trucks as well, but less of the management sim side, more of just the buying, upgrading, tricking out trucks, like this one here. So, anyway, long preamble, but the point is, today we are going to take a drive across Europe, some chill European highway cruising, and I hope that you guys really enjoy coming with me. So, let's see what we have here. I believe the last time I was playing, I left in Venice. I left off in Venice, I should say. And so we will probably pick up a job from the Venice area, and we will go somewhere. As you can see, the map is, it's pretty big. We got a lot of cities across a lot of Europe, and in other saves, other careers, I've headquartered my trucking empire elsewhere. I had one where I was situated in Frankfurt, one in London. This particular playthrough I started in Milan, and so I've done mostly like Italian, like Mediterranean trucking, basically. Italy, south of France, some Spain and Portugal, and a little bit up into, well, I did go up into Scandinavia on a couple of streams, and but a little bit up into Austria here as well. In the interest of time, we're probably not going to do a crazy long haul. Like, we're not going to be going to Norway today, but we could go to Austria. It's very pretty there, or Switzerland, or maybe over to France. It's going to depend on what's available around here. So we have a few different options. We can take a quick job where we just use a company's truck and drive it somewhere, but I prefer to do the freight market, where we get to use our own truck and the rates are a little bit better. So let's filter by what's available in Venice here. So this should be giving us things that depart from Venice. I like to sort by price per distance, because that's how you know you're going to get good value for your time. This one right here, milk from Venice to Milan, appears to be the highest value by far. At about 33 euros per kilometer, which is not that great, but I guess that's what we've got. Alternatively, we've got salt and spices to Bastia. Is Bastia... where is that? Oh, I see, it's over here on Corsica. North end of Corsica. That might be a nice drive. Oops. Out here, sort of across Italy, past Milan, down south, along the French Riviera over here, and then we'll take a ferry, and then drive up Sardinia or Corsica here. But let's see what else we've got. Okay, that's a pretty short route there. This will be pretty short too. The Venice to Milan route is going to be very quick and not really that picturesque. So it's actually unfortunate there's not that much from Venice here. Maybe what we can do is we can do a quick trip to Milan and then something else from Milan to somewhere else. There should be a lot more opportunities from Milan. So why don't we do that? Let's start with this Venice to Milan, and then we'll see how long that takes us, and if we can do another trip after that. How about that? It's still pretty. Don't worry, it'll still be nice. But okay, let's do that. So this is just warning me that this is a heavy cargo. This is a large tanker full of milk, and we have to make sure that we have the power. We have the power, and we totally do, because my truck's actually great for pulling heavy cargo. So that shouldn't be a problem. But sometimes, if you have an underpowered truck and you try and take a really heavy piece of cargo and you're doing a lot of driving, like through the mountains, through the Alps, for example, you can get in trouble. Like, you can get stuck, not being able to accelerate up steep grades and that sort of thing. So, but we will be fine. So let's do it. Okay, so this is my truck. Welcome to the interior of my truck. I actually don't have any fun little decorations or anything, but you can totally trick out your cabin with little tchotchkes, little trinkets, coffee mugs, and sandwiches, and little bobbleheads and stuff if you want. I just haven't done that here, but I really like the way they model the these trucks. We've got a sleeper truck here with the nice bed in the back there and some cargo space up there. This is the Globetrotter edition of the cabin, so we've got lots of headroom and cargo space. As you can see over on the right there, the GPS says it is 9 a.m., 9:13 a.m. And we are on the outskirts of Venice, because Venice itself being the historical city across the islands, there's no cars there. But we are on the mainland, the other side of the bridge from Venice. So let's fire up the truck and get going. So we've got to go pick up our cargo, which is very close by, it looks like. Not going to be a long drive to get there. Now, of course, we have to drive responsibly. That is, of course, the name of the game here. You get penalized for driving like a maniac, although sometimes it can be kind of fun. But we are going to attempt to drive in a law-abiding fashion here. Every once in a while, though, something does go awry, and, drive off the road a little bit, or maybe you bump into another car. I will say the AI drivers in this game are awful. They routinely, drive into you, especially when you're trying to merge. And, granted, sometimes it's totally my fault, but sometimes it's totally not, so... Okay, so we'll just do this, and we will see what's available. There should be that job we saw earlier, so let's check the free market. And there it is, our milk. So let's take job. Yes, we know, it's a heavy tank of milk, and there it is right there. So we have to back up to that tank and couple with it, and the easiest way to do that is with the super handy camera that lets you see your truck from above, like so. That makes this sort of thing way easier than it would be IRL. Of course, if you're really going for the full sim experience, you wouldn't use these GD camera views, but for me, this is really ideal. There we go. Okay, back to the cabin view. Let's go. So it says over there at the top of the GPS that this is going to be a little under 5 hours. That is attempting to estimate the real time that it would take to do this drive, I presume. But of course, like an hour of game time is like 5 minutes or so of real world time, so this might take us 20 minutes or something. That's not precise. It might take a little longer or a little shorter. I can't remember exactly what the time conversion rate is, but it's not bad. So, like I said, we will, gee, wow, we are straining here. Even with the power I have. Okay, we're alright. There we go. That was a pretty steep hill to get stopped on there. And you can see what I mean, right? About, if you do not have a sufficiently powerful truck, sometimes you run into trouble. And this game, of course, being a simulator, you can go crazy with it if you want to do everything on full manual. You absolutely can. I do have wheel and pedals and an H shifter that I do use with this game sometimes. But it's definitely a pain to set up, and it's actually pretty tricky to use. So I am on like full auto mode right now and just using my Xbox controller because it's a lot easier when I just want to chill. And this game is really good for just chilling. This is what I call a podcast game, which means I like to just kick back and cruise down the highway with one of my favorite podcasts on. Shout out to the Nextlander podcast. Anybody listen to the Nextlander podcast? Brad, Vinny, Alex. And just vibe, you know. It's a vibing kind of game where you're just enjoying the scenery and the fantasy of being a so see, now we've got a problem here where we gotta get left or else we're gonna go the wrong way with this stupid traffic. Okay, let's merge left here. Yeah, you're just vibing. The other thing I really love to do with this game, which I would love to do with you guys here but can't, is you are able to tune into radio stations from around the globe, just using like their web streams, right? And so there's an interface in the game for tuning into web radio from a bunch of European stations. And one of my favorite things, if I'm not okay, this truck's coming up behind us pretty quick, but I'm merging here, buddy. Thank you. Sometimes the traffic can be real jerks. They do not want to let you in when you're trying to merge. Yeah, if I'm not listening to a podcast, I'll be listening to some kind of crazy radio in a foreign language. And it's awesome because it's real radio, it's real time, and so you get all like the ads for the various localities. Let's go through over here. Through the toll station. And you hear all the announcers talking in whatever language the station is. In Italy here, one of my favorite stations to listen to is called Radio Margherita Giovanni. I'm not pronouncing that right, but Margherita Giovanni. And it's like Italian pop, basically. And it's just super fun. Because all the songs are Italian as well, so they're not like your top 40 that you hear in North America. They're like different stuff. And all the announcers and ads are Italian. Oh, that truck got pulled the heck over. We don't want that to be us, so we are going to cruise control here at the speed limit. And be law-abiding citizens. Bringing our milk to Milan. So, you don't have to stick with the cabin view. There are lots of different exterior views. Like if we want to do this, it's a little quieter, maybe a little nicer. You can see a little more of the countryside, but I will say it's actually harder to steer from out here. Because I can't really see the front so well. But we'll do this for a while. Should be fine. Passing a gas station here. That is something you have to think about. You have to watch your gas gauge. You can see again over of the GPS on the right there. My gas meter, it's doing okay. And you can also see my sleep meter, so you have to sleep regularly. Driving tired will get you big fines, and also it's very dangerous. One should never ever drive tired IRL or in a video game. It's a little more permissible in a video game, I guess, but yeah, no, driving tired is not good. So yeah, you have to find like roadside rest stops or like stop at hotels in the cities, things like that. So sometimes you kind of have to look ahead and sort of plan out your route. Like if you know that you're going to be getting tired driving through the night or whatever, you have to make sure there's going to be places to stop and sleep along the way. The network of roads is designed such that there is usually some kind of gas station and rest stop not too far away from any given point, but sometimes you kind of get caught unaware and suddenly realize, oh crap, I'm getting really tired and there's nowhere to stop anywhere close by. Sadly, you are not allowed to just like pull over on the side of the road and sleep, although it wouldn't surprise me if there was a mod that let you do that. The modding community for ETS2 is quite vibrant, and I actually do have quite a few mods installed here. Although they're all pretty minor, mostly cosmetic things. Like I have some mods that make it so that all the companies, like the warehouses and places that you pick up your cargo, as well as the trucks that drive around, that they're all real world stuff, like actual companies. And I have the same for gas stations, because by default, it's all just like made up stuff, but I like the realism. Oh, we've got on the right there, it looks like, oops, I was too busy gawking at the fender bender, not paying attention to my driving. But yeah, the AI will definitely get into accidents of their own, and it's pretty funny watching them sometimes struggle to like merge onto a highway, and you've just got like a huge long line of cars all backed up. Uh-oh, speaking of a huge long line of cars. Uh-oh. Oh no, speaking of merging onto the highway, our lane disappears here, and one of the drivers up there is having a heck of a time merging. Oh, we could be here for a while, you guys. Let's see if we can... Okay, I think now's not the time. This is gonna be super unsafe, you guys. I'm just looking at my left mirror there, just waiting for a gap, because like I said, sometimes here after this guy. Oh gosh, this could be really bad. Nope, he stopped, thank you. I'm definitely contributing to the problem, although actually I sort of contributed to the solution as well. By blocking the flow of traffic, that little car up there got away. Sometimes the AI can be very timid about merging, or, well, probably like actually lawful about merging. As you notice, I did have to stop that car to merge. And sometimes those cars will not stop in time. Sometimes they'll just plow straight into you. And I guess that's sort of my fault in a situation like that. Okay, let's say if this were the real world, I would not do that. That would be unsafe, but you know. Let's go back outside again. I do have a mod that increases traffic density to be more realistic, but effect is that sometimes traffic does get really snarled up and you get these big traffic jams, especially when it comes to merging. I've noticed that it makes merging a whole lot worse because the AI just doesn't see the opportunity to merge when there's so much traffic. So that's one of the downsides, but I really do like having the extra traffic density. I feel like it makes things feel more lively and realistic, so. We're passing an airport here. I'm not sure which airport. Some airport. I always like to look around like this, but it's kind of dangerous because you can't really steer when you're just looking around. So I always want to see more of the landscapes, but you have to pick your moments when it's a little safer, when you're on a straight stretch, for example. Okay, I think we want to stay in the middle lane here because I think the right lane might be a right turn only type scenario. Or maybe not. So as a truck, we have to obey a lower speed limit than the rest of the cars. So that's why, for instance, that guy just whipped past me in the right, and really we should be in the rightmost lane. That's the law. But sometimes you get kind of screwed by accidentally getting shunted down a lane where you're forced to exit. So I think we're gonna pay our toll here. We should just be able to go through. Oh no, wait, those are both closed. Okay, never mind. I was not paying attention. Sometimes the AI traffic will all pile into one of these lanes, like one kiosk, and leave the others just totally available to cruise through, but other times lanes are closed and you've got to follow. Okay, 44 euros, it's not so bad. The autostrada in actual Italy is all tolled like this, and anytime you're kind of traveling long distances, you'll end up on the autostrada, but there's lots of secondary highways that are not tolled. But the autostrada is good. It's fast for getting around, and they've got these fun rest stops called, what the heck were they called? Oh, I completely forget now. I visited Italy 7 years ago now, and oops, I'm speeding. Slow down. And yeah, they have all these rest stops where you can pull off and get food and coffee and whatever, without having to leave the toll highway. So that's a lot more practical than constantly getting off the toll road, having to pay, and then get back on again. But I completely forget the name of those little rest stops, like the roadside places. They're like auto something. Not. No, it'll come to me. Maybe. It's a big, pretty bridge up here. Uh-oh, we've got another merge issue here. This poor traffic. Sorry, guys. Sorry about your merge challenges. So we are nearly there. 34 minutes left in game time, which is like a couple minutes real world time. And, oops, well, here, let's try that. That's something different. So I think, oh shoot. Shoot. We're fine, everything's fine. Sometimes the GPS doesn't really show you that you need to get out of your current lane until you're like right on top of the exit. Once again, hanging out in the right lane does have its dangers. Okay, but now we want to be in the right lane because we need to exit over here. Corsica. We're not going to Corsica though. Just going to Milan. But I guess this exit is the fastest way there. So this game does have multiplayer. You can convoy up with your friends and you can drive around Europe together. Originally I believe it was just a mod that added that, but now it's official. And okay, we should be able to safely turn left here. Oh yeah, I also have a mod that adds real ads, or at least ads for real companies. I don't know if they're like actual ads, but I love PC gaming for these reasons. Just the modding community is always so crazy. I think, you know, it really enhances a game. Okay. Let's swing wide here. When you've got a big long trailer, you gotta be careful not to cut corners. Okay. There we go. So when you arrive at your destination, you can choose to park it right where they want it. You can play it safe, which is putting it in kind of a intermediate difficulty spot, or you can just drop it where you are, and I guess they park it themselves. But I like doing the in the middle one because these more challenging ones usually involve backing up, and I hate backing trailers. I really suck at it, especially the tandem trailers. Like if you got a couple of them, it's really tricky. This one's not going to be too bad, I'm sure. Let's see, where exactly do we need it? Open the map here, zoom in, and so, oh, is it not showing us here? I thought it showed on here. Let's do this then. It'll have a little flashing yellow right over there, okay. So let's just do this. Real tight turn here. This is where our overhead view comes in real handy again. Like a glove. There we go. Excellent. Milk delivered from Venice to Milan. And we made ourselves 11,000 euros. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. But it was a lot of just kind of somewhat boring highway driving, and it would be nice to maybe drive through some mountains or something a little bit more interesting looking. Also, hey, look at that, we've leveled up. So, of course, you gain experience as you drive. And as you level up, you can invest in these different categories. ADRs like dangerous goods, explosives, and various chemicals and things, flammable liquids. Long distance, of course, allows you to drive longer hauls. I've unlocked that one fully because I like taking long haul drives, and sometimes those can be quite lucrative. High value cargo is exactly what it sounds like. Various kinds of high value cargo, which gives you more money for transporting, but also potentially bad if you damage it. Same idea with fragile. Just in time delivery, I kind of hate because the time pressure can be quite extreme. There's always a time limit on a delivery job, and if you take too long, then you lose a lot of money. Like, you only make a fraction of what you're supposed to make. And I just generally don't like that time pressure. So, and eco driving, well, in my heart, in real life, I would like to be more ecologically friendly in my trucking, but in the game, it just basically saves you a bit of money on gas, and not very much at that, so it's not that useful, really. Let's just keep investing in high-value cargo. We now receive a 20% higher reward for high-value delivery. Works for me. Alright, let's do it. By leveling up, we have unlocked some new upgrades. Well, that's fun. Just some cosmetic stuff, some door steps, some bull bar, that sort of thing. And trailers, so you can actually buy your own trailers as well. I do not have my own trailer. I should probably do that. But that unlocks another set of jobs here at the cargo market where you can use your own trailer. But for now, we'll stick with the freight market. And let's see. Let's see if there's anything from Milan to somewhere pretty. Like maybe to Switzerland, that'd be nice. Okay, well, the highest value is to Duisburg. I don't know where that is. Oh, that's a long drive. That's all the way through Switzerland. Almost to the Netherlands. That's gonna take too long, so... all the way to Cambridge in the UK, definitely too far. To Bastia. Okay, so this is to Corsica once again. I'm looking for shorter jobs. This is south through Italy, which is nice enough, but I kind of want to go north. I like the mountains. We are starting to sacrifice. Whoa, that's all the way to far into Lithuania. That's definitely not an option right now. We're starting to sacrifice, rate per kilometer. That one's to northern France, or not northern, I guess eastern France. It's like the Alsace area. I think that's that region of France, like the border with Germany. Yeah, Strasbourg. I've been to Strasbourg. The Alsace is gorgeous. Holy cow, what a beautiful area. And the food, oh, so good. The wine, incredible. Oh, Salzburg, yes, let's do this. Milan to Salzburg. The developers, SCS Game World, I think is what they're called. They recently redid a lot of Austria, the landscape there, because, as I was saying before, like, this game came out in 2012, and so a lot of the core areas, like Germany, for example, the terrain was originally done way back then, but they've upgraded the engine a lot since then. They've obviously improved as developers and artists, and so they go through and they refresh areas over time. And yeah, they recently refreshed Austria, and it's quite beautiful. So this is a pretty quick, relatively quick delivery. a little longer than what we just did, I guess. But let's do it. And if we don't quite get finished, that's okay. We can always stop whenever we need, so. But let's do it. Looks like motorcycle tires. Okay, so the actual pickup stop is about an hour away from here. Let's just look and see. Oh yeah, it's not too far away. It's the Pirelli factory, I guess, just a little ways off. So we will do that. Let's go to the Pirelli factory and get some tires. It's such a good vibing game, you guys. One of my favorite vibes in this game is nighttime driving, and it is about 2:30 in the afternoon, so this job will likely take us through the night. And so we'll get some night driving in, which I love. Like I said, it's like actual night driving, you know. It really gives you that feel of road tripping at night. I don't know, there's something special about that. Just the hum of the engine and it's quite monotonous, but it can be very relaxing. It can really lull you to sleep, which, you know, considering what we're doing here, being an ASMR channel and all, you know, that's, what am I doing here? I'm trying to check around this corner to make sure there's no cars coming. Okay, this is kind of a weird little, oh, look at that, that's perfect timing. We should just be able to do this and carry on through. Okay. Oh, those sandwiches look good over there. Yeah, the night driving should be perfect for drifting off to sleep. I am hoping that we at least make it to the Alps before night falls, so we get to appreciate some of that landscape a bit. Uh-oh, we've got a merge problem. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. See you, suckers. Later. Yeah, because those landscapes can be really pretty up towards Austria, and it would be nice to see them in the daylight. At nighttime it gets quite dark indeed, and you know, as one might expect, you can just kind of see what's in your headlights, and then, you know, a little bit of what's off. Twinkling lights in the distance and such, stars and things, but I just realized I was speeding big time. It's really easy to speed when you don't have cargo, because, like, you know, these trucks have pretty powerful engines, and so when you're not coupled to a giant heavy container, you know, trailer, it's easy to accidentally go fast. I'm on my best behavior here. Anyone who comes out to the Twitch streams can tell you that I don't always drive quite so cleanly on the Twitch streams. Like, I try to follow, you know, the lines. I try not to speed, but of course, on Twitch, I am both driving and trying to read chat at the same time, and that sometimes results in disasters, and is a perfect example of why you should never, ever text and drive, or, like, drive distracted, looking at your phone. Are we turning off here? I think we are, yeah. I love the sound of the turn signals. Guess I can turn off the signal now. must be pretty close to the Pirelli factory by now, huh? Oh yeah, there, right there, Pirelli. Right turn. Okay, let's just pull out a little bit. Okay, this looks like our opportunity. Oh gosh. That was a very wide turn. Almost disastrous. Also, I noticed the frame rate chunking down a little bit there. This game, it'll run on even low spec machines, but I've modified the INI file to increase like draw density for grass and draw distance for cars and foliage and all kinds of stuff. And also the mod that increases the vehicle density can impact performance. And then I also have like a super sampling anti-aliasing going on here, which renders the game internally at like 6,000 by 5,000-ish, or no, 6,000 by 4,000, something like that. Right? Because this game actually can look pretty gnarly with the default anti-aliasing options. There's lots of very like fine details that even with the super sampling that I have on can be pretty shimmery. But I've noticed lots of things like fences, especially fences and like telephone lines, like power lines, tends to look pretty shimmery. There's not any really good anti-aliasing solution for this game, but I've found this a DLDSR it's called. It's an NVIDIA exclusive feature that basically super samples the game, then downscales it, but uses AI to like retain a lot of details. It does a pretty good job of controlling the all the crazy shimmering in this game. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Motorcycle tires, Milan to Salzburg. Let's do it. Take job. Okay, our trailer's over there. So once again, you know, this normally, I think, at least I'm pretty sure, would normally just be some like random made-up brand. But because I have these various mods installed, it's a real company. It's a Pirelli. Okay, let's back it up. Oh wait, hold on a second. That's not our trailer. Our trailer's the next one over. How embarrassing. Almost took the wrong trailer. The game won't let you take the wrong trailer, fortunately. It would just be like, what you doing? It'll only let you couple with the correct one. I'm coming in a little tight here. A little oversteer there. Sorry, I know the backup beeping is a little annoying. Not the most ASMR thing ever. There. Try and make it quick. Alright, we are setting out. Yeah, so it says it's gonna be a 10-hour drive. And there's no way that we are gonna get that done in this video, I'm pretty sure. Not without making this very long, and probably not gonna do that, but we'll at least get partway there. There is another category of jobs that you can take, which synchronize with the world of trucks, which is SCS's. I'm not even sure if we had a green light there. I hope we did. SCS is like online portal where it'll like track all your jobs and that kind of stuff, and you can have like your stats there. But those ones, while every job has like an in-game time limit that you have to complete it within. The contracts, the external contracts, they call them, the ones that synchronize with World of Trucks, those ones actually have a real-world time limit. And so if you don't finish those within the real-world time limit, like if you say you have to, you know, stop the job partway through and then go somewhere else and do something else and come back to it later, then you're out of luck and the job will have expired even if you were like partway through it. So that kind of stinks. But sometimes those can be sort of fun to do as well. I think the developer is just SCS. I think I called them SCS Game World earlier, but I think I got confused with the GSC Game World, who does the Stalker series. I'm pretty sure these guys are just called SCS. That bus was going real fast. AI traffic do be crazy. I'm really hoping that this isn't coming off really choppy for you guys, because sometimes when I'm recording, if I get like slight frame drops below a locked 60, like it just looks like a minor stutter on my end, but it can look like really bad on the video. Oh, this guy's gonna go for it. Okay, I'll let him go. I'll move into the left lane here. I just didn't want to wait, because who knew how long they might be lined up there. So, yeah, we won't probably finish this job here, but maybe we can at least get into the Alps, you know? That'll be nice. Oh, now we've got another merge disaster here. I don't wanna. Nope, 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 nope. Ah. I was watching in my mirror there. That car, the white Alfa Romeo, did not want to let us in, but I was aggressive and it stopped. As I've said, the merging isn't normally such a problem if you don't have I'm speeding, the increased traffic density mod installed. Pay station coming up. I just love the feeling of verisimilitude, the realism of everything. Like SCS, they really capture the feeling of being on the highways in these countries. In my opinion. Now, granted, I don't live in any of these countries. I've only visited some of them. But it feels like what I remember it being like, you know? Like they capture the character of the, well, the highways, like the pay stations here, for example. You know, will probably look very familiar to somebody from Italy, I would think. Oh, hey, check it out. In the left rear view mirror there, it's that Alfa Romeo. We're gonna pull in front of him again. You know, the same of other countries in the game too, I think. Although, as I was explaining, the older areas of the game don't look so nice. Some of them look a sparse. But the newer DLCs and the refreshed areas look great. And you can get... Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Merge disaster coming up. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, like, well, during the Steam sale, the summer sale, which is going on right now, at the time of recording, although it might actually be over by the time this is published. But anyway, during pretty much any Steam sale, you can usually get, like, the base game plus all of the, like, landmass DLCs for, like, $30 all in, maybe. Except sometimes, like, the latest one, the most recent one, will be a bit pricier. But that's fair, you know? They gotta fund the ongoing development of the game somehow. There's also all kinds of cosmetic DLCs. This is one of those games, like, you know, like the train sims and whatnot, that has, like, you know, several hundred DLCs. But, you know, they're all like $1 or whatever, because they're like paint jobs for trailers, or like, you know, the France paint jobs pack for your truck, or like, here, get some, I don't know, different looking tires. Lots of cosmetic DLCs, which are totally, like, completely unessential. Like, get them if you want, but they're just cosmetics. But yeah, the actual DLCs that add new countries, they're often pretty heavily discounted in the Steam sales, which is great. Their next DLC that they have coming out is several Balkan countries. I can't remember exactly what it covers, but it covers a good chunk of the Balkans, which is obviously not in the game yet. Similarly, like, Greece is not in the game yet. I suspect it will be a future DLC. I just love that they are continuing to develop, you know, this game. They're putting out patches, like, all the time. Uh-oh. That was not me. That was the driver. Which tells me that we need to find somewhere to sleep pretty soon. You can see my sleep meter over there is blue, which means we're heading towards sleepies. When it gets red, that's not good. So let's take a quick look at the map here, and let's see if we've got a rest stop coming up. We just passed one. That was kind of dumb. I should have stopped there. Gosh, it's a while until we hit somewhere we can sleep, isn't it? Okay, there. We can sleep there. This is going to be taking us up through the Alps, probably. Okay, you know what? Let's pull over here into Verona. It's going to take a little bit of time off of our route, but it's probably worth it, because I'm not sure. I know it doesn't look like it's that far to get up here, but once you start getting tired, it comes on pretty quick, and I don't really want to be driving tired and get fined, so let's go here. I don't know which one of these we want to stop at. Doesn't much matter. We'll go there. So we're just gonna actually carry along the highway here. Swing left, swing out on the overpass here. Stop in Verona, sleep, and then head north into the Alps. Now, the big bummer here is that if we do that, we will probably be driving through the Alps by night, which means we don't get to see so much of that beautiful landscape, but so be it, I guess. it's important to stay safe with our driving, so that's what we will do. Well, it's actually coming up on 7 p.m. We'll probably sleep for 8 hours, so we'll sleep till sometime in the middle of the night. But as we drive, then we might see the dawn before we reach Salzburg. If we get that far. I honestly don't know how long we've been playing so far. Probably like an hour or something, I don't know. Oh, that yawn makes me tired. It makes me yawn. And maybe my yawn makes some of you yawn. Maybe thousands of you, I don't know. From one yawn to thousands, just like that. Okay, I think we have to turn off here. Okay, we gotta slow way down here. Drops to 40. Yeah, you can see our sleep icon is now in the red. And pretty soon it's gonna start warning us that if we don't sleep soon, bad things are gonna happen. Oh gosh, this is a bit of a mess, huh? Sorry, buddy. Look at that tower off to the left there. That's kind of cool looking. And also up there in Verona, some really pretty towers. Stop yawning, guy. You're making me sleepy. Toll paid, let's go. As you probably noticed, there are police that drive past every once in a while, and they do not take kindly to you speeding and such. You will get fined. They don't actually pull you over, they just drive by with their lights on, and then you automatically just get fined and the money gets deducted. But that's fair, I suppose. This looks like a Polish truck ahead of us. Sun is low in the sky. I also have a mod that makes the sunset and sunrise aligned with the actual time of real sunset and real sunrise based on the actual real world date and your latitude in the game. Where are we going? We're going here. Okay. This is where we're going to sleep. Actually, while we're here, we might as well see if we can, if we need to repair anything. We probably don't, but let's just pull in here and see. I repaired, did some maintenance on the truck pretty recently, but you do have to stay on top of it. Just a little bit, just the tires. Maybe slightly out of alignment or something. Let's do that. You can see all the good stats over here, all the specs. It's all a little beyond me for the most part. I mean, the actual, details of the parts, but that's fine. I just like the fact that it's there. Alright. Now, I don't actually remember exactly when. Oh, wait, what? This is not a sleeping spot. There we go. Turn off the engine. Now we can just have a nice little nap in the back of the truck there. Yeah, I don't remember when exactly we have to deliver this by. We have 21 hours, 23 minutes remaining to finish the delivery. gonna sleep for 7 or 8 of those. And whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry about that. And yeah, I know we gotta sleep. Okay, let's just sleep. We'll figure it out once we get going. Night night. Okay. Alright, well actually this is perfect. It is dawn, so let's get driving here. And sorry, it's kinda loud beeping, I know. Wait, sorry. This is not how I wanna back up. Well, you know what it'll do. It'll do the job. This means we will get to do our daytime driving through the mountains. Although it does mean that we don't get the cozy nighttime driving like I was hoping, so hard to get it just right. But c'est la vie. I don't know how to say that in Italian. If there are any Italian speakers watching, let me know in the comments how to say c'est la vie in Italian. This is still kind of cozy driving. Early morning driving can be really cozy, like as the sun rises. Got the stars out there. They're pretty. There we go. We're doing okay for gas. We've got about half a tank left. And that should get us quite a ways. Probably not all the way to Salzburg, but most of the way. And there will definitely be gas stations on the way. So, you do have to worry about the sleep, but not food or drink. Food or drink just, I don't know, happens magically. We are leaving Fair Verona. Autostrada. Through the toll booths once again. Was a while back, maybe earlier this year. I can't remember exactly. Or maybe it was last year. I don't know. What is time? When SCS redid a bunch of stuff with the lighting in the game to make it more like physically based lighting. It's not a fully physically based render, but it's like approximating that. They did a really good job of it though, as far as I can tell. Like, I'm no, engine programmer or game artist or anything, but like, specifically the lighting and the colors really look believable. Even if the actual fidelity of some of the models and the textures and the landscapes can be a bit low sometimes. The lighting really makes it work. Feels very true to life. Uh-oh, this truck's going real slow. So I guess this begs the question, will we ever see a Euro Truck Simulator 3? Given how much SCS, invests in the current game, upgrading the engine and putting out new DLCs all the time and new features all the time, and I should say, like, it's not just DLCs they put out. Like, they do put out a lot of free updates for the game as well. Oops. That add all kinds of new features, like the convoys, the official multiplayer, right? Like the engine overhaul. So, they're clearly very committed to this game and invested in its future. I don't even know what I would want out of a Euro Truck Simulator 3 other than, like, I guess, better graphics, and a higher fidelity simulation and maybe bigger maps. I don't know. It's hard to imagine, I guess. So maybe we will never see one. I don't know, but I still kind of want one anyway. Like, I'd be pretty hyped if they announced ETS 3 at a future, E3 season press conference or something. And I know it's kind of one of those, like, games that gets memed on because it's like, oh, they're driving trucks, that's fun. But, like, I don't know, there's just something really appealing about it. Before I played it, I always thought it was going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. One of those kind of, like, janky simulators. That's, like, weird maybe and compelling in that way, but, like, not actually good. But it's actually good. Especially as just a chill, like, wind down game. It's a fantastic game for, the end of the day. Like I said, kicking back with a podcast and just driving for an hour or something, There's no battle passes. There's no, loot boxes or anything. It's just good, clean fun. Well, that's neat. I wonder what that is up there on the ridge top. Oops. Some kind of castle. It's pretty cool. It occurs to me like we're probably cruising past like Lake Como or Lake Garda or something. Let's take a quick peek at the map here, because I'm curious. Doesn't really show us, but like north of Milan is Lake Como up here. So maybe we just went past Lake Garda, because I think that's kind of north of Verona over here. I could be totally wrong about that, but from what I remember of my time in that area, that was the case. The Lakes district of northern Italy is just freaking unbelievable. Just so gorgeous. Absolutely worth visiting. If any of you are ever considering it or have the opportunity. We stayed on Lake Como. We stayed in Bellagio for a while. That was really lovely. We visited some of the very famous villas on the lake, including the Villa Carlotta and the Villa Balbianello, which is where they filmed scenes from Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. We hadn't actually planned to go there, but we just found ourselves nearby, and I was traveling with my brother and some friends, and we're like, yo, I'm pretty sure this is the Star Wars one. And it turns out it was, so we totally found the places where they shot a lot of those scenes with Anakin and Padme, which is pretty cool. just realized I'm kind of stuck in the left lane here now, but we're coming up on a base station. This is technically bad. I'm not supposed to be in the left lane here. I don't think you get like fined for it or anything, but it just, you know. Just cruise on through and pretend we're a car. Just a regular old passenger vehicle. So now we're coming into the mountains, as you can see. This truck in front of us is going very slow, slow. Okay, we'll just wait for this slow German truck. Actually, no, we're gonna pass him. Screw it. Of course, now he's speeding up, but... Oh, I think this is the border. Shoot. I think we have to go this way. Almost had a bad moment there. We need to submit ourselves for inspection as we cross the border here, so it's important that we come around this way. I'm pretty sure that's what this is about anyway. Whoa, buddy. Okay, you see what I mean? You see what I mean about the AI? Oh my god, now they're hitting each other. This freaking guy, just literally drove into the side of my vehicle. Yeah, we need that fire truck here because these guys suck. Wow. If I get penalized for that. Like, to be fair, he hit me and it didn't fine me automatically. So I think we're in the clear, but he might have damaged my cargo, which could mean I make less money for this trip, which would be very upsetting. Just realized we're speeding pretty excessively here. Oh, not anymore though. Sometimes because of the scale of the game, you know, everything's so compressed, the speed can change quite rapidly, like several times over a short stretch of road, which is a little bit ridiculous, but sacrifices that we make for fitting this much of Europe into the game. Now we've got an Austrian base station. Oh boy. We need to stay right, I guess. But you can see again, you know, the Austrian base station has its own unique character. It looks a bit different than the Italian one. And, gosh, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be in this one or the... Okay, I guess I'll take that as a no. I guess I'm supposed to go... Oh, shoot, but there's cars lined up behind me now, aren't there? Oh, no. Oh, no, you guys. Disaster has struck. Okay. No, this is totally on me. Now maybe we can sneak through here. Oh, it's gonna be so tight. I should have gone to the right. Okay, alright. Okay, you guys can let me through here. Oh no. They're not even gonna let me through. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, we have made the ultimate mistake. The Austrians do not mess around with their stations. Heck. Well, so this looks like the kind of scenario where I have to load. The game does autosave pretty frequently, so hopefully we can load somewhere not too far back, but like we are legitimately stuck here because they will not let me through this space station. And if I back up, I'm just gonna hit the cars back there. So let's just do a quick little look-see and see when the last autosave was. Load game. Show autosaves. Well, hopefully it's not too far back. Let's load it. That was a big whoopsie. Oh, perfect. Good. It was just as we approached here. I'm pretty sure they put autosaves before these points because of that kind of reason. I don't know why, for some reason I thought I could make it through that one. In Italy, it doesn't matter. In Italy, you can go through any of them. But here, apparently, the Austrians are very picky about which lane the trucks go through. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine, except I'm speeding excessively again. But here we are in Austria, headed towards Innsbruck, which is a pretty place. I'm pretty sure Innsbruck was the place where we went to the, oh gosh, slow down here. Speed limit 60, oh gosh. Okay, we don't want to be in this lane. Everything's falling apart, guys. It was such a good trip, and now I'm just... I'm pretty sure Innsbruck is the place where we stopped in the city center, and there was like a beautiful park in the middle of the city, and there was a giant chessboard where you had like these huge chess pieces, and there were people playing giant chess. Pretty sure that was Innsbruck, but I could be mistaken. Well, we probably should fill up on gas at some point here, so let's take a quick peek at what's ahead. And maybe we will pull over at the next gas station and call that video, because it is getting pretty long here. Wait, that's not gas, that's a way station. There's the next gas station. Okay, it's kind of way up there. It's actually most of the way to Salzburg at that point. We could pull into Innsbruck, but I don't really want to take the time and have to mess around in there, so tell you what, we will just pull over here somewhere. And that will be where we will end things for tonight. Because, yeah, this video is probably getting excessively long. This is what happens. You get cruising, you get vibing, and then suddenly, it's like hours have passed. Beautiful mountains. I told you they've done a gorgeous job here of Austria, refreshing the landscapes and such. I honestly don't know how much has been retouched and how much is original, but certainly some of the areas are quite epic. Let's cruise control this. Safer than me staying on the pedal. Whoa. Ghost truck. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? That truck just freaking disappeared. That doesn't happen very often. I've seen it happen a couple of times. But I think it might be to do with that mod, as I mentioned. Oh, hey, look at that. We have to pull over for a vehicle inspection at this way station anyway, so this is a mandatory stop, as it turns out. So we gotta pull in slow and easy. Take it easy. Nice and slow. Nice and careful. No. Are we done? Have we been inspected? I guess we're good. Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure if we had to like fully stop or not. And we will just pull over here. Right over here. There we are. Shut off the engine for a moment. Obviously we're not quite done with our delivery here yet, but I will finish that at a different time, another date. But this is a nice place to just pull over and take a little rest. Maybe sleep for a bit. If not in the game, perhaps IRL. I do hope that you all enjoyed this this demonstration, whatever, this drive in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Like I said, it's a quirky game. It seems like one of those games you'd be like, what the hell, why would you play this? But it's actually really great. There's a lot of really fun gameplay, but just vibing is my favorite thing, as I explained. I do play it over on Twitch sometimes. Twitch.tv/theASMRNerd. Once again, we have a wonderful community of incredibly kind and friendly and welcoming people over there. It would be awesome if you would join us, whether you've been before or if it's your first time. Like I said, usually Sundays in the evening, Pacific time is when I'm streaming, but things might move around a little bit. Sundays will definitely stay, but I might start streaming on Thursdays again, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But I love having you here too, on YouTube as well, of course, and I hope that this helped you relax and just chill, just vibe. Thanks again for coming along on today's road trip, and I look very forward to having you back here next time. Bye for now, my friends.